Hi guys, right before the video starts, I just wanted to say I am so thankful for all of the recent support that I've been getting. We went from almost 250 subscribers to 500 in under a little bit of a month, which is absolutely insane, especially considering I've been doing YouTube for over a year now. But I just wanted to say thank you guys so much, and if you want to see more content coming out from me, please subscribe and like this video. Alright, let's get into the first effect that I'm going to be showing you guys today. On my most recent montage, I've seen that a lot of you guys wanted to know how to do this little shaking effect that I did, so I'm going to show you how to do that right now. We're going to go to our effects page in our toolbox and drag out a fusion composition. We're going to go inside the fusion composition and drag out a background node. Now we're going to attach the background node to our media to our media out, drag in a text node and attach the text node to our background node so that we get a little merge node right here. So in our background node, we're gonna drag the alpha down all the way to 0. Okay, and also while clicking shift and space at the same time, search up displacement, and we're gonna drag out this exact displacement node. Okay, and we're gonna attach it to the merge. Oh, sorry, not attach it. While holding it, we're gonna hold shift and drag it in to our fusion page like that, so that it connects with everything else. And you can type in anything that you want in the text, so I'm gonna type in tutorial, and this you have to do on your own, but I am going to put this displacement mp4 in the link of the bio of this video for you guys to download yourselves and drag in here. So you want to attach it to the displacement node, and in the displacement node we're changing the type from radial to XY and setting the refraction to 0.02 and the Y refraction to 0.02. Alright, and pretty much what you should end up with, if it loads for a little, is this. Alright, let's get into the next effect. Alright, let's get started on this next effect. So in this part of the video, I'm going to be teaching you very basic velocity. I think a bit later I will do a more in-depth tutorial of how I do my velocity, but for now I've seen a lot of questions asking how do you do velocity, so I'm just going to show you a very simple way of how I do it. So first you want to drag out the music that you want to use. So here, I'll play it right now. Alright, and then what I usually like to do is I go into my music, I click on it, and at the same time I click the button M. So this adds a little marker right here, so like it tells me where the beat drop is. So let's drag out a random Valorant clip, just for the sake of showing you guys. Okay. So after you've gotten your clip all cut up and you see where you want the kill to be, well, actually this music is actually hella loud, so I'm gonna put it down a little. Alright, so now that we know where it is, okay, right here I'm gonna go onto my clip and add a marker on it as well. So this is pretty much, I like to add markers where the skull sign is showing up for the Valorant page. Alright, so I'm gonna go onto my previous marker where I know the beat drop is. I'm gonna snap it together. Alright, just like that. And on this clip, I'm gonna hold Control R at the same time. And this is where you're gonna pop up this little speed velocity change. So what I like to do is I like to go back 5 spaces using the arrow keys on your keyboard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add a speed point, and I go 15 spaces to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're gonna add another speed point right here, and hold Alt and your scroll wheel in to zoom in closer on your timeline. And then we're gonna click right here and change the speed value to 150. Now this is all dependent on whatever you guys like, but I like to do 150. And then on the after part of the clip, we want it to slow down, so change speed and put the value to 50. And you'll end up with something like this, which is honestly not terrible, but we know we can do better. So after doing, I just cleaned the clip up a bit, so I deleted the back part. But what we want to do now is Control R again and right click on the clip and go to where it says Retime Curve. Now on the Retime Curve button, we want to use this little drop down menu and not click on Retime Frame, but we're going to go to Retime Speed. So in here you'll see your speed notes and what you did just now, and what we want to do pretty much is smoothen it out. And what I like to do is, after smoothing it out, I like to go on the first one, I like to drag it out all the way, and then there you go. That is honestly a very clean way to make impact velocities. I heard a lot of people on my other montages as well saying that I should use optical flow, so you can also use optical flow as well. On this right side where it says retime and scaling, put optical flow and smoother on, and you get something like this, which is also a very clean way to make sure that any slow video looks a lot better than it already is. Alright, so let's go into the next effect. Alright, now for the third effect we're going to be learning is another one of the effects that I put in my most recent montage. It was a muffled slash kind of white effect with a type of temporal blur that I put over it. And for this effect you are going to have a plugin. I believe you need BCC for this one. If you guys don't know what plugins are, I recommend searching them up on YouTube. You can definitely find a way to install them for free. But yeah, once you've done that, and you can always come back to this video to try this effect. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to see where I want to make it dark. So let's see. I think from here I want to start making it dark. So I'm going to click M on my timeline and add a marker right here. Drag an adjustment clip over this part as well. Oh sorry, not an adjustment clip. We're going to go to generators and we're going to find window. Drag it over here, and in this window we're gonna go to the composite mode over here and click on color, and that creates this little grayscale that looks honestly okay, but I will show you later in this video how I do my color correction, and that also requires another plugin, but that's for another time. If you want to, you know, make this black white look a bit better. So from here we're gonna add a little fade so that it fades in to being dark and to being black and white. And then after that I'm gonna drag this up one space, because from here I'm going to cut my video. I'm gonna drag it up as well, so hold Alt and drag your clip upwards to create a copy of it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Open Effects and we're gonna search up temporal blur. Oh, I spelled that wrong. BCC temporal blur is gonna be right here, and you want to drag it right on top of your clip. And see what, well, it's not rendering right now, but overall, if you do that, and I'm not sure exactly what type of settings I use, but I'm pretty sure if you use the regular temporal blur settings, it will look honestly pretty fine. Yeah, and it'll end up like the effect that I did in my montage. If you also want to make the song go quieter, I recommend going over here. We're going to go to the song audio area. We're going to go back 5 keyframes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keyframe the volume, and we're going to go 10 keyframes from here forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we're going to keyframe the audio again, and we're just going to make it quieter. And that's how you make that type of effect. Alright, for the next effect. Alright, hello, this is going to be the last effect that I'm going to be showing you guys in this tutorial, and this is going to be my color grading settings. So for this part of the video, you're going to have magic bullet looks. So right here, it is a plugin that you can probably find a tutorial on how to crack it online and get it for free. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to go to our Open Effects, drag looks onto the clip that you want the color correction to be on. And unfortunately, I don't use specific settings, but instead I'll tell you my mind process and how I like to color grade my tutorial or color grade my clips. So in my subject tab, I usually bring out saturation, curves, grad exposure, and warm/cool. So these are usually the 4 main things I use while creating a color correction. But I really want you guys to go out and look at all of these different cool effects that you can use and create your own unique color grades as well. So what I like to do is I like to up the saturation a little bit, not too high, maybe around 105 to 110 depending on the clip. And on my curve, I like to make a little S. So I drag this part up usually, and I drag this part down. Maybe a bit more. Maybe drag that a little. Okay. And for my grad exposure, I like to up it a little bit, maybe 0.1 to 0.2. So this is making it really bright. Oh my god. And for warmness/cool, so what I usually think about when choosing warm or cool is what type of song I'm using. If I'm using a more indie song that's like maybe more slow, I'll go for a warm color. Maybe if it's more hyper pop and upbeat, I would go for a colder color. So warmer, as you can see, usually I don't like putting it too high, maybe around 0.1 to 0.2. I think that's good, but you could also go to cool tones, which are also really nice. This one I like to go a bit more than 0.2, but you know, it's all up to preference. It's all up to what you guys want. And then there you go. That is how I color grade my montages. And then if we just want to look at a before and after, this is the after, this is the before. Honestly, I think it makes a significant difference when you have color grading. So yeah. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I'll see you guys later. Hello, this is me post after editing everything almost a week later. I'm so sorry. My upload schedule is a bit weird right now, especially since I'm currently a sophomore in my high school year. So I have a lot more homework that needs to be done. So I'm very sorry if my upload schedule is very sporadic, but I will try my best to get out videos as fast as I can. So I can only pray that you guys continue to support me while I create new montages and edits. So, you know, thank you guys for all the recent support. Goodbye.